Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from somewhere in this world, and we are back, deja vu back, to replay the last mission now that the base defense bug has been repaired by the modding team. So I think at the end of last mission I mentioned that it was due to the base or the lair attacking. Our base had been destroyed, but there's actually two base defense bugs, and the particular one we experienced was the fact that we had soldiers already at the base under attack. There was a bug affecting that, and that's been repaired. So look forward to, well, actually, I don't know what exactly to look forward to, because, you know, sometimes when you play from the same save, different things pop up in different locations, and things can be different. So we're going to find out how that changes our playthrough today, but as much as possible, we'll hold to what our choices were last time. There's also, with this update, another big change to the Kaos Market. So I am going to reroute one of our planes, although I don't think the Landon Avery is going to be the one that gets impacted this time, because he's got to fly back. We have missing stamina. We have some health issues on a couple of our soldiers, and I want to get that repaired as much as possible. So the Landon Avery will continue flying straight ahead. Here, however, on the Manticore 2, we hardly have any problems that need repairing, just minor stamina issues. So we're going to fly that ship over to the Kaos Market so we can take a look at yet the newest changes that are taking place over there. A hint of some changes that you won't even have a clue of what the changes are in there now. But the marketplace has new stock. We will now get announcements as to when the marketplace has new inventory. No longer is it, you know, whatever it used to be. Every day it updated. Every time you know, did a mission that updated. There were so many variations along the way, or thoughts that people had on when and how it renewed. Well, now we're going to be getting announcements. We may even see down the road, if I've read things correctly, hey, sale running right now at the Kaos Market. So there's some cool ideas that we'll see how they work, and things will still be adjusted, as you'll see coming up. They got to get the balance quite right on stats and whatnot. But, you know, I'm talking about something you don't know what it is yet. So let's wait till we get there and look at it. We'll look at it in more detail. Otherwise, we do need to get our Aurora flying down here to do some trading, because we're back to the point where we are tech starved. And let's fly over to the Anu Haven and gain some tech. All right, let's get that trade done. Food for tech, please. And this trade's 145 food. Unfortunately, not that much food. They didn't have much tech available. I mean, it's Anu after all. So 29 tech, I'll tell you, it's better than one. And we're going to do it. And then we're going to continue the Aurora flying down here. As of now, there's no flyers, so we're going to fly down here until we start spotting those flyers, and we're going to do some more trades. Here we can trade some more food, and here we have a lot more tech available, 98 to be precise. So it's going to chew through a lot more of our food too, but that's fine. We kind of have enough food for the time being. And now, drum roll please, we have the Kaos Market. So far we've seen the breakdown of the change. We have the nice sorting categories, so you don't have to endlessly scroll down to try and find things. We have our vehicle category, we have our equipment category, and we've talked about the ammo before. We now have an other category that includes some new stuff, not just research. Look at this, there are now mercs available in the Kaos Market. We have Technician, Berserker, Assault, Infiltrator, Priest, and Heavy mercs that are now available for a price to be hired. And their stats will vary, even though they are classes that we know. You'll find varied stats. You'll find their weapons may have slightly different stats. The cool thing about this is they basically have found, although I don't know about this reskin, but they basically have found a use for the promo skins that we used to have, and they found a way to use them. and that's pretty cool. So these things, you'll eventually get to use the promo skins. They just won't be free anymore. You got to pay for them. Stats could be different. The stats of the soldiers themselves could be different than what we're used to, and you know, in hiring them, unfortunately, we do not know what we're getting. So, you know, we have a technician, so we won't go. We have a couple technicians. We have a lot of assaults, infiltrators. Only one priest, so that's a viable option. And we do have a heavy, so we don't need another old hound. So what I'm thinking is going for a berserker for our first hire out of here, because, you know, we have the materials, why not? And while I'm at it, before I make that hire, we'll come back and we'll read the backstory. They all have amazingly cool backstories that tell you about these mercs. We'll read the one we're going to hire today. I want to just check out, okay, basic mutation technology. I don't know. Well, that's expensive though, and I cannot afford that if I especially need to trade for tech. So we're looks like I want to try out a merc first before I spend the money, and none of the others excite me. I am actually excited about this technology, but not right at this moment, because I want to test out and have us all take a look at this part of the marketplace. Let's hope this lack of mutation technology will not come back to haunt us. But this is the way I've decided we're going to do it here. We're going to go for a sectarian because we have no berserkers yet. So let's read about this sectarian. This savage fighter belongs to a group of secular skeptics that tore away from the religious teachings of the Anu cult at an early stage in its development, disgusted by its dogmatism. They went on to found their own secretive warrior societies and make heavy use of hallucinogenic drugs to induce terrifying frenzies on the battlefield. Their numbers have grown since, and they are well known and respected in the bandit settlements, where their heavy axes are symbols of ferocity and suicidal bravery. When you approach them in the bar, they grin and lazily point you to their rates. And, you know, the rates can change, and as we said, they can go on sale. Mercs might need to be hired too. They may be low on funds and they'll give you a bargain down the road. You know, they gotta live too. So let's pick our berserker. Oh, I guess here we'll hit the shopping cart. And that's where we'll leave it for now. I can look at the equipment. I don't know that I necessarily need another one of these weapons. Maybe we could look at a Devastator at some point. And it's not hideously expensive right now for a heavy to pick up a Devastator, perhaps. Except 46, let's see, ammo capacity 6, and the Devastator. So that's basically 3 shots if it has a burst of 2. 46 for 3 shots. Well, what the heck. We don't have one yet, and we at least have one of everything else, I think. So let's pick up the Devastator now, because we, I guess, another 200 down keeps us over 1,000 for materials. I'm gonna go for it. For better or worse, you know, don't throw these shiny objects in front of my face is what it boils down to. Okay, so let's get a flying. We have our new merc over here, and guess what? I have the name in front of me of our next person from the Wheel of Fortune. And Maltese, you are now a berserker, a cool blue berserker. And they come in wild colors, and I don't think we can change. Oh, maybe we can change. I think not all of the skins here can be changed in color. I could be wrong, but we are lucky enough to have one that can. So if you want a different color, let me know. But the blue is kind of cool. And then if we look at things, we look at this weapon, it has 20 piercing, 20 bleed, as opposed to this weapon, which is 50 bleed. So it used to be the same between the two. I think back when you got it as a promo skin. And I can't tell you for sure the differences in this armor versus other Berserker armor. I don't have anything to really compare it to. Here's some Berserker leg armor. Let's see if there's any differences here. There may or may not be. This armor is 10 plus 2 speed. This guy has armor. It's a heavier armor, but less speed. Negative 10 stealth, negative 5 accuracy. So you're going to find variances in the armor qualities. You're going to find variances. This guy comes with wonderful strength, mainly because his carry weight is down, but he comes with a really nice strength stat. What else is picking up his strength is what I want to know. Or it might just be a built-in adjustment for him as a merc. But look at this. We have some nice pluses added to ourselves. The speed makes sense from this privilege perk. The perception, well, I don't know. We're getting a buff on willpower and strength just because. How about that? So you have they're going to be different characters. Now the skills they come with will also potentially vary between the different classes. So just because we picked up a Berserker does not mean all of them will come with Die Hard, or all of them will come with Punisher, or maybe I think Killer Instinct and Gun Kata may be built in, and then there's the personal perks. So you're going to see some differences in perks from the average Berserker that we might recruit. So that's enough on these guys. We'll learn more about them as we find more along the way, and or hire some more along the way. But it's a new flavor to the game, and they found a way to use the promo skins, and they aren't free anymore, and I think that's kind of cool. And I love the backstories when we get a chance to read all the others eventually. So let's fly back to the base and keep everybody else moving. We also have a ship over in Asia that's flying. Let's get moving. All right, we're at the base with this team, and we'll wait for the other ship to get up there so we can re-outfit ourselves to get over to the Guided by Whispers. We're still going to try for it, just in case Haven Defense doesn't pop up like it did before, and we'll find out soon enough. Okay, so we made it out in Asia. We made it to a New Jericho Haven. And what do we have here? Our operatives have made contact with the New Jericho Haven, where an execution appears to be in progress. 3 individuals are marched out of the main building and placed in front of a firing squad. A volley of bullets ends their lives in an instant. After the execution is over, people cheer. Apparently, the dead were well-known traitors who had only just been captured. With this unpleasant business over, Commander Petrov greets our operatives warmly. So, condemn the execution on principle, make no mention of the executions, carefully inquire as to what crime the prisoners had committed. I'm the curious sort, as you all know. This is like a shiny object to me. I'm inquisitive and I want to know. I mean, if we do nothing, I'm sure nothing bad will happen. If we condemn, I'm sure we'd lose some rep with them, but let's hope we can be careful in how we approach and inquire carefully, as it says. What did they do? So Commander Petrov sighs heavily. They joined one of these cults that keeps springing up, preached that the Pandorans are here to heal the planet or some such garbage. That's bad enough, but they sabotaged our security facilities to show that we've actually been safe all along. 30 people died because of them, and still they kept believing. So the Haven leader, well, he apparently enjoyed getting that off his chest, and he likes us a little bit more for inquiring. All right, so we're going to keep flying, and now we're going to come over here for some more tech, and we'll be able to trade some, and we'll have to be careful we don't trade too much. We'll be able to trade some, and they have, 104 tech available. It would be nice to be able to get all of that, but we'll get as much as we can, keeping our materials in a decent range, because we still need more tech. Trust me, we need more tech. All right, we're all at the base, so now it's time, and actually, forget the base info. Let's get down here and change some folks around and start that way. Now, here we are. We have Sectoid you've been sitting there a little bit already. Your stamina's coming back, but we need to keep you there at the base to get a little stronger, a little more stamina. Same with you, Floki. And then I have to figure out who I'm going to take with us. Now, Maltese, you're only level 1, and as much as we want to get you out as soon as possible, let's give you a little training in the base also. So I think what that does is we have, and yeah, we're okay with these individuals going out. So we have Jonathan, this dude, Shane Marine Grunt. We have Patchwork. That brings it up to 6, 7. So I have 2 more because we're allowed, because of our Void Omen, to take 9 out on these missions. So I have to pick 2 more. And I think last time we went with Blimpy and Citizen Etermes. So that we're just going to hold with that same plan today to try and not make variations based on hindsight and what we know is coming kind of stuff. And Blimpy, let's get your promotion first. And we have 25 to spend. And, you know, I think last time I also said I like throwing turrets. And we had the ability to do that. And then I'm not going to dip into the pool for this, even though I am going to get this. Just not quite yet. And soon we'll be able to replenish these things as that is being researched as we speak. And it's not much farther full time for that to happen. So let's back out of here and let's get you, Blimpy, onto one of the ships. I guess it doesn't really matter which one. And then Citizen Etermes will also get you on board. And we now have the team that we're going to take out on the mission. So let's just get back out there and get these guys a-flying. We got the Manticore 2. And we have the Landon Avery flying over here. And there we go. I can't think of anything else we need to really touch on except research. I want to look over here. There was something else I think I adjusted. Yes, it was the Acheron autopsy. We want to move that up and gain access to treatments to delirium. I'm going to put it now right after. I want to do it absolutely next because it unlocks, I believe, the Favor for a Friend mission, which starts us down that path for the Acherons and treatments. And I think we're seeing enough delirium on our teams now that we need to get that done. Okay? So we'll have, once the cybernetics lab is built, and we'll start having some options to treat delirium that way by reducing it with augmentations. But, you know, we want actual treatments too. We want everything available to try to deal with this delirium. So let's get flying. All right, so we've made it here. Our first trade is available here. And let's see how much we think. I could spend a 520. Now that'll keep us above 500. So let's just do that. And let's get ourselves fully stocked up here on tech, which we desperately need. Yeah, I'm comfortable with that being kind of like our baseline, and I'm very happy with this. Plus, we got one more trade with a little more food involved, and that'll make me feel a lot more satisfied. So this is the way we're going to do it, and we're going to continue flying up as we did last time on these 2 havens.
The disciples of New Haven is under attack.
Now this is different. This last time it was New Jericho that was targeted somewhere up here. Now we have a haven over here, and the nice thing about this haven, guess what? It's not in the mist. Now I got 2 ships right here able to get over here. Unfortunately, I don't believe last time. I don't think it allowed me to do this either. No, last time I don't think it allowed me to redirect. Yeah, for some reason, flying to this mission, every other airship I'm able to redirect, and I think it was the same way last time. It didn't allow me to redirect, so we're going to have to continue our flight to this mission, refuse it, and then hustle buns over here. Now, the Disciples of Anu will defeat these Pandorans because it's out of the mist, not in the mist. That was different than a New Jericho that was in the mist. But I still want to go there for the payoff. And it actually will help our rep. It'll hurt rep a little, I think, on the other 2. That's the way these haven defenses work. But it'll improve for the first time in a long time our rep with Anu. So that not a bad thing to have happen. So let's get flying, get here so we can redirect our planes. And also trade. No flyer announcement. Nope. So let's do our trade down here. And food for tech. And let's see how much we dare go. We have 1,300. I could trade. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and trade the full 490 and get another 98 tech. And I'm feeling a lot better now. Trades are done for the moment. We've got ourselves out of a critical point. What I think I'll do with the Aurora is just kind of give you a staging point here near the Behemoth, and we'll see where the little flyer flies to when it finally pops out. And we're almost there, but let's get back over here so we can keep our eyes. This is the next change we're going to have to make. All right, so guided by whispers, this is still blacked out. We hypothesize it because I dropped below 40%. I don't know if we have to be all the way up at 50 for this to work, but I'm sure we at least have to be over 40. We're going to return later and deal with that soon enough. Right now, let's get these two ships, the Mana Core 2 and the Landon Avery over here to help out on this Haven defense. So already we have a change from our initial play on this. We're defending a whole different Haven here on this one. So that's just sometimes the way it works. Now, let's get a fly-in and see what happens. All right, we've made it here. Nothing new popped up. I think we discovered this site just like last time. Now we're going to fly over here, trying to hold true to how we played it last time. Although, you know, you can't hold already. We got changes just based on RNG. But, you know, here we go. And we're not seeing a flyer yet, so I'm just going to keep the Aurora there and keep us going. And we're not too far from that mission. Let's see if we can get there.
Research complete.
Good news is we got the technician development done and we can get all the armor and ammo that we need. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add to manufacturing right now. And if we go into equipment and scroll down, so we have a technician that does not have arms and we can't have that. And the other thing I'm going to do just as backup, I'm going to start, I'm not going to build two of them yet, but I'm just going to start building another turret. Eventually, I'd love both of my technicians to have 2 turrets each. But we're not gonna go crazy with our spending right now, because we saw what happens when you run out. We don't want to quite do that. And I'm going to put these up ahead of the air weapon. I think that's a lower priority for us now, and we'll get these underway. All right, let's keep going. And we've made it here. So the next thing we chose to do, at some point along the way, I remember we got a Haven defense down here. We'll see if that one still pops up or if we just don't have one now. We're going to attempt to explore this spot right here next. And I seem to recognize Peterloo. I think that's that is the place. So what we're going to do, because we can on this one, unlike the other ones, we're going to redirect that ship right now as soon as possible, as quickly as possible, and we're redirected here. So something about flying to that story mission somehow prevented us. Who knows what it is? I think that's probably a base game thing on that one. But we are reoriented on this ship, the Manticore 1, with that team, and we're going to go do another base defense with Synedrian, and because we need to do that one, and hopefully we make it in time in 18 hours, because my goodness, our rep has sunk quickly just by hardly making any choices, but boy, those few choices we made really cost us dearly. Let's keep flying. And we got we got a new flyer. Looks like it's going to a little unimportant blip over here. Let's also then get the Aurora flying. And let's meet it here for a nice little air battle as soon as they meet up.
Disciples of Anu Haven is under attack.
And we have yet another Anu Haven under attack. This one I see blinking way far away, and that's either a pure or forsaken attack based on the colors I'm seeing there. So we'll check that out soon enough. And right now, as we know, this is the prelude, the precursor to an announcement of a new Void Omen, and we'll see what kind of Void Omen we have today. It may or may not be the same. According to a rumor, a man in a Synedrian haven killed several people while hallucinating that he was being pulled into a tomb by the ghoulish creatures that had been haunting his dreams for several weeks. There is a similar rumor about a woman in a New Jericho haven killing her family. It's not clear whether these are two similar incidents or whether both rumors are based on the same event. What's certain is that the reports of visual and auditory hallucinations, they are increasing. So havens in the mist that become become infested instead of destroyed, or can become infested instead of destroyed when attacked by Pandorans. That means that infested havens accelerate the Pandoran evolution. And I learned something new also since we last read this. Infested havens impact evolution just like nests. I read that in the Terror from the Void Discord. And so just to give you an idea, the infested havens are not as bad as lairs or citadels, but they still do affect and improve Pandoran evolution. And, oh, we ended up getting the same one. How about that? Behemoth disruption threshold is now increased, so it's going to take a little bit more effort on our part to send the behemoth away. It just won't quit. All right, so we're there. It's actually, I thought it was way up more in. Okay, it's not far from our base. I just don't have a way to get people over there to help out, and it is the Forsaken. Now it shows disciples of Anu being able to handle it, so it won't be the end of the world if we can't get there in time, but I don't know, we'll see. We might just have the ability, the wherewithal to do this. If anybody's hurt, trade, and we might be able to do it all. We just might be able to if we decide we need to, since it looks like they can protect themselves. So let's see, it looks like it's either going to be an air battle. Oh yeah, no, that's farther away. We are not the Karan. So it looks like this is going to be our next mission. Let's get over here. Okay, it looks like it's not going to be our next mission. The Phoenix Project base is now under attack. Director, we are under attack. Our automated defenses and bullheads will buy us some time, but we need to deploy a squad to secure the base as soon as possible. The longer we take, the more time the enemy will have to achieve its goals. So this time we got the pop-up working properly. This is the pop-up we're supposed to get instead of the warning we got last time on the map. And then it should take us right into looking at our soldiers that fortunately are already at the base. Yes, they are at the base. And it is an objective to scatter the attackers. So if we take the attackers on now, we can take optimal defensive positions. The mission gets harder over time. If we fail, we lose control of the base. It's an extreme threat level, my friends. It's not going to be easy. And from the original base defense that we once did a while back, it has changed. And the big change is that on Legend and harder difficulties, there are now 4 waves of reinforcements instead of the prior 3 waves of reinforcements that we can get on this quote-unquote easiest level. So that's something very important to keep in mind. And let's take a look at who we have available. Do we feel up to the challenge? Everybody is chosen. Everybody's going to be out there. Maltese, you didn't think you were going to see action so soon now, did ya? We'll find out how a Merc Berserker can help us on this thing. Let's get in and make sure we equip everybody as much as possible. Unfortunately, your new arms, Bioclonic, have not been built yet. That's the bad news. So we're going to see the best way, and I'm just going to keep this picked here so we can give everybody, and we do have a new Chaos weapon that we can equip one of our heavies with. That can help us out also. But as far as weaponry, there's really no extra weapons you can use, unfortunately, Bioclonic, and unfortunately we don't have an extra turret yet. But what we do have, I think if I go down to somebody, I'm going to build an extra grenade to get down here. And I'm going to build an extra med kit to get down here. And then we're going to come back up over here because that's at least a stuff you'll be able to use. So let's get up here and do this. Let's get up here and give you at least a med kit, and you can still carry more. And what I'm thinking is I want extra ammo and I want more grenades. And to be quite honest, I don't have to give you strength. Oh, I can give you this. I think I'm picking up Die Hard. And like we said, I don't have to pick up extra strength because this is a weight of 4. So the moment we place a turret, the moment we place it, I technically am going to load up on extra grenades for you because we're overburdened by 4. And the minute we drop the turret, you'll be normal weight and we don't have to worry. So I'm going to do it this way. Grenades. Oh, they sure can come in handy sometimes. And we're going to count on it if we can. That's the way I'm going to go with you, Biocolonic. We have Kenneth, Archangel, Colette. And you're going to be the lucky one since you haven't had a whole lot of fun with upgraded weaponry yet. You're going to be the lucky one that we do this with. And you have 3 whole shots. Now the thing is, you're over encumbered right now. And the question is, well, guess what? I'm going to give you strength. And technically this means I would have to now get rid of all your stuff. But you know what? I'm going to keep you over encumbered, my man, because I think I need to have the versatility of weaponry and this with you. And if that means we're all a little bit slower, you can still jet jump. You still have a little bit of willpower, not a lot, but you're not impacted by the delirium at this point. So we're going to keep it just like this. Since we're in the base, we're holding positions. I don't think initially we need to worry as much about mobility yet. Machine Hater, you look like you're in pretty good shape here. I'm thinking I might do this instead of that because we won't be close to them right away. And that way you'll have an extra grenade to toss to help us out. The other thing is, I'll dip into the pool. This is a base defense. I'll spend pool right now. This is an emergency situation. And I can increase paralysis by 25%, even on your grenades. And I think that's better because right now the will we have, this doesn't require will. This does, but we have limited will, and I'd rather save it for mind control. So I'm going to pick this up, dipping into the pool, to give you a little versatility in how you might be able to help us out. And Tom, Skull, we'll need all of that nickname's strength to help us out on this mission. You will not have kill and run, but I am giving you extra ammo there, and I'm giving you an extra grenade there. Like I said, I'm okay over encumbering at this point for this particular mission right now. And your will... Oh, I think your will must take a hit, because of volunteered. And unfortunately, it's not a night vision mission, but oh well. Then we have Sectoid, who fortunately has some rockets for us, which could very well come in handy. I'm thinking I can afford it, and like we're over encumbering everybody else, I think it might be in our best interest to play this way and just make you the quick reload rocket man to help us when we get in trouble. Because the main room where we'll most likely be defending has a high enough ceiling, I think, to accommodate our rockets. So I'm going to over-encumber you that way. I don't think putting it out here where we have to pay for a reload will matter that much. You have backup ammo, and we're going to do it this way. In fact, just in case... Now, we'll do it this way. And finally, Floki, let's get you re-amortized. I just made that up. We're going to get you full ammo and A med kit. I think we need a med kit on you. So looks like I used the one that was there. Let's go back and build another med kit so that we have one available. Just for you. That way everybody will at least have one heal on them to help on this very dangerous mission. And we'll do it like this. Fortunately, you can switch things around without any trouble, so we don't have to worry about that problem if you need an extra grenade or whatever. All right, that's it. Oh, no, it's not. We got Maltese. Oh, we're going to need some more medkits. We're going to need some more grenades. Let's get that done right now. I forgot all about our newest hire just because he's that new. And I forget things no matter how old or new they are. Okay, so let's get this right here. This is your setup. Now let's get back over here to Maltese. Now he can use pistols, and we're going to get him the Nurgle's Wrath for one. And to be quite honest, no, you don't have that much holding power, now do you? You're going to be over encumbered because I see us needing help at a distance more. Let's get some backup ammo there, and let's get the backup grenade, and we're going to over encumber you this way, Maltese. Unfortunately, you don't have a lot of skills. Speed will be nice to help overcome your over encumbrance, and because of that speed, I'm going to give you one more grenade. And then here we go. I think we are ready to go right about now. Now you should be the last one. We should be back. We're back at the top. Okay. Not going to be an easy mission. I don't pretend it to be. I do need everybody to cross your fingers and toes right about now, and let's get this done. All right. In Terror from the Void, depending on how far along the attack is, you will face a somewhat different base defense mission. This is the earliest type. It is the easiest. And the longer you wait, the longer it takes you to get there. That's the hardest version. So if this is your only current operational base and you lose the mission, you lose the game. So fortunately, we do have a few other bases built, so that's not going to be an issue here. If not, we lose the base, but we'll be able to recover it later. It's mighty, mighty expensive to do that, though. But it is our main base, so we'd probably have to. So let's fulfill all the objectives to complete the mission. You don't have to kill every worm, egg, mindfragger, or myrmidon to win. And once we get a warning about reinforcements arriving, we will have a chance to stop them. Following the instructions from Elena, we have the terminals as we've experienced before. There's 3 terminals, 4 waves of reinforcements. And even though we potentially could stop 3 out of 4 of the waves, the 3rd terminal is very difficult to get to. So realistically, we're really only going to be able to count on stopping 2 out of the 4 waves. So if we have a lesser wave like worms and myrmidons, we're going to probably let that one slip by. And we'll try to focus on stopping what I consider to be the more dangerous waves. And we'll just have to see what pops up as our reinforcements, because I think that's somewhat, the types are a little bit randomized, I think. So my experience with the base defenses is still somewhat limited. Let's go see how we do. And let's see, you're down there. We're up here. You walked into the wrong goddamn room. We have taken defensive positions around the main entrance. As long as we can hold this choke point, yeah, right, we should be fine. Yeah, what about the reinforcements? Huh? The reinforcements are the wild card. Now, where is the... So this looks like the main... Okay, this is the entrance. They're going to be... The main entrance are coming in. Kenneth, you are probably not in the best position, if you want my opinion. But the good thing is you would have the ability to jump out of here. So maybe what I do is I keep you down here. You could get shot at. That would be a bad thing. Or maybe I just... You know, okay, you can actually get shot at there. They could get lines on you because that's only half cover and they can see into that full cover. So I still may pull you there for this first turn as we set up our positions. I have a Bioclonic up here, so we're looking at needing to get a turret going. And a turret going means having you get down somewhere to place the turret. And we have just the most nasty bit of mist right down below us here. And we have another nasty bit of mist over here because, you know, we are playing with the more mist VO. Oh, there's a lot of nasty mists farther in here, so that's going to help them get moving should they come from the back. And it's going to make it a little more awkward for us to jump down. We're going to have to be very, very careful. I wish we happened to have a sniper or two sitting back in this base, but we do not. So we're going to have to deal with what we have. So, Bioclonic, you're jumping down this first turn. Pure and simple, you're jumping down to place a turret. And pure and simple, I'm just jumping you straight here to place the turret. You're going to be a target kind of out in the open for anybody that can shoot right up this corridor. So I'm not thrilled about that. But I think this spot right here is out of the mist. Well, we will be able to move a tiny, tiny bit. Or maybe I bring you here and then I can set it to the side. And then maybe you can at least move back here to the side at least one step. Maybe get a little protection before we climb you back up. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards with you. So let's climb down. We don't see anything yet. We're going to place our turret right there, front and center, to be able to shoot straight down that opening. The turret probably will also become a target, and we can't quite get out of cover as we expected. But at least there's a little potential interference in them being able to get a clean shot on you. So the good news is we have our Rocketeer over here. He's coming right up to the corner to blast rockets however we need them into this great grand room of ours over here. So Sectoid, move over. And be prepared. Now, yeah, I can still shoot the weapon and shoot a rocket, so I'm not going to hunker. There's no threats to us yet. We're just going to leave you there. Machine Hater, you have limits as to how far your mind control can work. So we don't want to have you too far back. I just worry about this front railing not having a lot of protection on it. It does from this angle, but not from the direction they'll be shooting. So maybe I bring you a little, I'm going to bring you over to the side a little more to maybe make it harder for them to shoot you up here. They'll have to be at a certain angle to see you. And that's where I'm going to position you. So if we have a mind control opportunity, or maybe I run you over here so you're right above where they come in. And we have a chance for mind control that way. I think we have like one turn to mess around with this and get you in position. Going to take you 2 turns to get over there. I think it's quicker than trying to jump you down and get you over there. Or let's just say it's probably just as quick, only safer. So I'm bringing you over this way, Machine Hater, to try and get you set up for mind control. Then we have Tom. I'm going to just keep you up here for an Overwatcher for down below for now. And we'll see if we need to make any adjustments on that. Well, maybe I do want to make an adjustment already and bring you a little closer, because with your weapon, I prefer you being over here.
Like the wind.
And your ability to move that far and get back up in place, yeah, you were like the wind. How about that? Now, Floki, you have a nice dangerous weapon. We're going to put you front and center so you can have a good angle up the center. And I think we'll just do our first Overwatch right here.
Got you covered.
And I'm gonna kind of cheat you over this way, Maltese, and have you do a little pistol Overwatch. We just don't see anything, so we'll do a little pistol Overwatch just in case. Not that you're
on Overwatch.
An excellent chance to hit at that distance. And then I want to get Kenneth out of the way just a little bit, so we don't get shot right away. The options I have are pulling us to the side, or what I'm going to choose is getting us near the terminal. So we have an option to pick that terminal. Now the other thing is we then will need someone for this terminal eventually. but maybe it'll still be you, Kenneth, because if you activate this terminal, you would potentially be able to jump over there pretty quick to get the other one. And I would also have, if worse comes to worse, Sectoid who could jump down there and still shoot a rocket. So we have ourselves covered with these two terminals. For those of you who are new to base defenses, the other terminal's way back here. And the only way you're getting to it is either be a damn good infiltrator, but that would be impossible with our extra Mistvio because you'd be spotted going back this way, or having a pretty hefty vehicle that can get someone back there, and we do not have that luxury option today. So we can only count on activating 2 terminals to defend and prohibit 2 of the waves of reinforcements. All right, so I think that's enough groundwork, enough explanation. Now it's just a matter of fight, fight, fight. Ooh. Acheron has already applied some acid and added some more. Is he coming through? He just... I would hope. I want him to come through. I want him to not do that. I want him to keep moving forward. Yeah, so we can do this. Just don't run away. Turn ended. Okay, he's blocking the entrance for anyone else unless they're able to fit between his legs. I would love nothing better than to get rid of this guy fine and early. All right, so it looks like our first wave is going to be Umbras or Tritons. This is one wave I would prefer to get rid of. There's one other wave. It's a random wave where they tunnel in from the back that I think is even more dangerous than the Umbras or Tritons. The way I rate it is I rate the Umbras and Tritons as the second worst kind of wave. And since I can eliminate this one, I'm going to do it, and it still reserves me with the ability to stop what I consider the worst possible wave in the back. So we'll see how this works. Okay. So between a rock and a hard place, be water. And that's where we are. But anyway, the geothermal plant that powers the base has an emergency steam vent that can scald the Pandorans that are trying to get into the base, removing the currently incoming wave of reinforcements. However, this will likely damage the generator and will cause the base systems to malfunction, resulting in fires and explosions. There are several consoles around the base that can be activated. Inbuilt safety measures prevent repeating the operation at the same consoles. So once a console's been used, it is out of action. So this is what I'm thinking, because I feel like I might not need to use this one quite yet. Or maybe I should use this one first because it's the most exposed. So maybe I will, since no other Pandorans can fit through here while that guy's here. So I think if I run you out here, you'd still at least be able to move back this far in crouching half cover. Unfortunately, you're in the mist. But I'm going to do this. Then you can run back here, and I think still potentially throw a grenade if we may need it, if we can't quite kill the guy. So let's get you going, Kenneth. The Archangel hits the button. Hit the magic button for us, will you? And stop one way. We're going to activate it. And we have some explosions that did not hurt us. Hopefully I heard a grunt somewhere around the base, and we got some blips. Hopefully, yeah, this guy's bleeding. I see another bleeder here. So we actually are helping to hurt. Those were good explosions. And we got our famous fire in the way of the opening. And it even got this guy burning. That is like, if I could have placed an explosion on my own, that is exactly how I would have done it. How about that? So I'm going to come this far, and if I don't have a grenade opportunity, I'll just move all the way back into the corner.
Here comes the Phoenix.
And then we're going to see what kind of damage we can do to this big guy, and just take him out of the equation now. Machine Hater, your whole Your whole job was to get over here in the first place. You won't be able to help us with a shot or anything like that, but you're in position. The whole purpose for you was to try and get in this place for potential mind control, so I'm just still bringing you right here. That was my plan with you. We're trying to use who we have available as best as we can with all their abilities. Now the turret can only see one thing. The turret is going to shoot at that one thing. And we're going to go just like this. It's going to help strip the rest of the armor off the husk for everybody else to follow up. Now stay still so we can hit you. And voila. So we are going to be able to take this guy out. And the question is, Bioclonic, I'm thinking I want to pull you back up. It looks like we won't need you this turn. I'm going to get you here crouching. You won't have a shot, but you're going to be up out of the mist. All right. Then we need some other shots. Maltese, you know what? He's a big enough target for you to use some pistol ammo. Now, how much ammo? I still have 9 ammo here, and I think I gave you an extra clip. Yes, I did. And it has 10. Yeah, so we got enough. We got enough pistol ammo for you to just go blam, blam, blam with your pistol, and it's about the best chance you're going to have to hit something compared to everything else running through the opening. So let's give you that chance. Hold still. Shot number 2. And that's always feels kind of good for whatever reason, taking out a big guy like this with a pistol. Even though, you know, he got worn down with plenty of other things, but taking him down with a pistol kind of feels good. So now it's Overwatch time because enemies will be coming through that door. You're going to have a harder time. I'm going to keep you there, Bioclonic, and everybody else who can will Overwatch this turn. And Tom, we're going to Overwatch with you. And we'll see how far the upcoming rush becomes, or how it becomes. They're going to have to run through fire, which is only going to help us. No, I don't want a quick aim. What am I thinking? We want everybody to Overwatch that can and be ready for these guys. Kenneth, since I didn't have to throw that thing for you, I don't know. I think we might be better off having you crouch rather than standing tall over here. So I'm gonna actually keep you there. There's a blip coming at us. Right now they're all blips. I want to see all the blips run through the fire. Okay, good shot with your pistol. Nice try. And we got more coming. Maybe that's a mine fragger. If we're able to hold off a mine fragger from coming through, I'm thrilled with that. Okay, the fire has been our friend, and that was a siren, I think. Yes. And she wasn't able to swing at you, thank goodness. Uh-oh, there's something else coming in, though. Okay, worms or myrmidons? Well, guess what, folks? This one we're letting through. I am not going to stop this particular reinforcement wave. Let's just cross our fingers that we can handle them. They don't come in awkwardly at us. And the siren becomes a priority, although I'm a little bit nervous, I must admit, at how quickly and silently whatever this is moved in over here. And I have no clue as to what it is. That scares me just a little bit. Alright, so I'm starting off with the turret. And the turret has a very important job. Now the instigator, I think, yeah, it just has the psychic scream head. There is no mind control involved here. But we might as well at least see about taking it out. Or the other thing, let's look at the armor elsewhere. Well, in a way, the tail is the biggest target. And since it's only a screamer and not a mind controller, I feel like let's wear down the armor on the easiest part of the body as far as armor, and the biggest one and easiest part to hit. I'm going to play it that way and count on having enough shots that'll be able to do this. So let's work on the tail. And we almost took it out, not quite. Now we most definitely will. Okay, that was good, and I think as far as tail armor, we're in good shape right now. In fact, we need to just direct our shots at the tail to maximize our damage. Do you, Bioclonic, have a shot? No, but I could move you over here for 2 more shots. And in this case, that's what I'm going to do. I think this is the best use of your weapon because it's not long range to try and focus in down here. And now we just need one more slight little more shot, and we just have ourselves a body here. Now I'm gonna give it to you, Tom. I think you have a proper weapon to just take her out. Cool. Now you have another shot left, so what I'm leaning towards is this. Kenneth, I think this might be a grenade moment for you to clear away some mist and find out what the heck we're dealing with here. Oh, another one! Oh, I'm glad we did this. Oh, baby, and this one's a Hellion. And I'm glad we have shots left over because this one can mind control! Oh, that was just... Oh, baby. I'm glad we found it now. I do believe I have a rocket we can use that way for armor stripping. And this guy lost his claw anyway. What kind is he? Shield bearer, so he can't do anything to us without his claw. This guy also lost his claw, but he's a tyrant, so he has a spitterhead, but we're a long ways away for a spitterhead on a guy with burnt out legs. So I'm feeling like I can use a rocket in this instance for armor stripping capabilities to help everybody else, the few remaining souls that we have left, to try and finish this thing off. Oh, did I hit myself? Oh, I think that rocket hurt me. Oh, sorry, Kenneth. Oh, that's bad news. That was totally a mistake. I should have moved you back first before I shot that rocket. It happened to wander, unfortunately, in your direction, and that's bad news. Let's see what else we can do to follow up. I have a shot here.
Come get some.
We're going to apply whatever we can, focusing on the tail to see if we can't take it out. And the tail is officially out, and it's bleeding. Next, how much will does this thing have left? A lot, so there will be no mind control. We give you, Tom, another shot on another siren now, and see if you can help us out yet again. Good job. We're not out of the woods yet. We're a little low on remaining shots. Maltese?
Looking for an angle.
We're coming down here. And you connected. Good job. Ooh. We still have 2 more shots to try and help us out. We're slowly wearing it down. The last thing I want to have to deal with
This weapon must be
is mind control. Now, we're down to 130 health.
Yes.
I have Floki here, who fortunately can see the enemy, and fortunately can zero in on the enemy very nicely with his weapon. So let's just go for it. All right, that's huge that we just got out of the way here. Now let's hope this guy runs away. Well, actually, this guy panicked already. This guy is not a threat, so I'm not even putting Overwatch down this turn. I'm not even gonna do that. And I'm not even gonna bring you to the edge, because you can get to the edge in one move. if I need to shoot. So you'll be able to get a shot and or 2 grenades over the edge. So I am going to leave it just like this. And then I'm going to also leave Kenneth. I'm going to leave you right there. Well, not quite. I'm going to get this in your hand. And we're going to get fixed up from my big, huge, embarrassing mistake. In fact, in this instance, since I can't heal you this turn, it'll be now. I'm pulling you all the way over as far as we can. I got to watch. I definitely have to watch your will points because you're in the mist. So we got to be careful about that. And as I decided, I'm going to keep you there, Machine Hater, for chucking a grenade or 2, depending on what else comes through the opening. And we are going to have Myrmidons. Remember, we will have Myrmidons and worms this turn. Let's hope we have the firepower to take them out. Our turn? Well, you know, just because we have worms, let's do, who knows where they'll turn up, Floki. We will do a random Overwatch. I don't know where they might come. We'll just kind of cover downstairs a little bit in case we see a worm or a Myrmidon. In fact, Machine Hater, why don't we just kind of cover out in the distance just in case? For the same reason. In case we get lucky. If you don't see one, you won't waste the ammo. Oh, one's right behind us. I hope they can't bite us quite yet. Oh, baby! They're upstairs, not down below. Oh. Oh, man, we got a sniper back there. That'll hurt to lose our turret. Okay, Director, we have another wave. More Myrmidons and or worms. We're going to let that one through too, because that is not one of the more dangerous, although I think we could get hurt from what we saw this time. I'd rather get worms or Myrmidons rather than Tritons and Umbras and that other mysterious, dangerous wave that could appear. So here we go. We're going to let them go through, because there's one more wave after that. So all these guys appeared up above, and that kind of puts you, my friend, in an awkward spot. But Machine Hater, this is what we're going to try first. Is the good old grenade option. Right here. And we just got to make sure, let me rotate around here to make sure I don't blow ourselves up. You know, I've made one mistake like that already. We don't need to make it again. There we go. And your movement is a little limited. But we hurt them significantly, and others will be able to shoot them some more. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let you throw another grenade down there. Well, okay, you can't quite make it. I was hoping to take out some bodies and not just some wings. But we can't quite pick them both up. Well, I saw a way for you to get one down there before. And now it's not showing. And now we might get lucky to pick up the other one too. Let's cross our fingers. And I don't know about the other one. It's just a blip, unfortunately. But thank goodness for small blips and favors. Now the only thing the turret can see is here. And unfortunately we don't have arms to repair the turret. And the sniper can just sit there next time. Although the good news is it looks like the sniper that shot the turret is now burning. So we can hope maybe an arm, a shooting arm of a sniper. Maybe. In fact, let's try this. Oh, we can't see where the blip is. There's no way to focus on a blip back there. Not through the smoke and fire and whatnot. So let me just look one more time. From this angle, if I was to shoot the turret just immediately to the side of the thing, I might be, this side is not a concern. I'm going to do a wild Hail Mary shot over there with this turret, because you know, if I don't go right to the side of the thing here with a chance to hit this guy, I got to take this chance and maybe take the sniper out of the game. Otherwise we totally lose our turret. Ah, it disappeared. Whatever it was, we hit. Did you hear? It disappeared. It moved. It's unseen now. So I'm not going to waste another shot on it. We at least hit it and caused it to have to technically move through the fire to relocate. And maybe that will be just enough. Maybe. And then this blip we won't be able to see. So the turret, you hopefully did your job enough to stay alive. We'll find out. Now we've got other issues up here. We got a venomous Myrmidon. We have a Myrmidon. And the Myrmidon Maltese. You get to do what a berserker loves to do. He's not going to explode on you. And he's dealt with. Now that leaves others to deal with this other thing. Now, Bioklonic, I'm going to see if you have a shot over there. Yeah, not the close one. We dealt with that one. And do you have a shot on this guy? You kind of sort of do. It's not ideal, but let's see. The damage, you know, so what I'm going to do is give you a clear shot. I'm going to jump you over. Oh, that doesn't, I can't quite. Okay, I can get you here for 3 shots. That's all I was hoping for.
Aiming.
Except shoot at the proper one for us, please. Oh, I got another Myrmidon over there. That sectoid that I was looking at over there. I was like, wait, there's another Myrmidon I missed. Let's go here.
Aiming.
Let's see if we can get lucky to take out a torso. That one's dealt with. Now we have a big old heavy over here. It's a regular Myrmidon. We can shoot our big gun. And we took that one out. So there's so far only one unknown Myrmidon as far as whether he'll be able to hurt us. We've taken care of all the other ones we know about. And that wave is dealt with. We hope we dealt with the sniper. And who needs a reload? Sectoid? You used all your ammo already? Wow. Oh, that's right, because you've had some return fires to do. I'm glad we had an extra ammo clip. We're running through that faster than I expected.
Switching.
And you're done. Now we've got Tom left. Yeah, we still got a few folks left. So this is what I'm thinking. Tom, I'm going to bring you out wide. And this is only a blip, but I'm going to have you take a shot down there.
Moving.
And we see it. I'm going to try to give you a better angle here. And see if we can do the last little bit of damage that we need on this one. And I forgot to look. Yeah, because he's not quite, he is still active. That was our big question before. The question is, can you do enough damage at this range to make him less of a threat? Doesn't look like you'll be able to take out the torso. We'll still take this shot. Ooh. Oof. That was not less than ideal, my friend. That was less than ideal. Now I need to heal myself, except I'm going to do this and hope we can do this to take this one out of action. Oh, not quite. Oh, not quite. We're getting closer to taking him out, but we aren't there yet. And now we're running out of options. I'm therefore going to take your lone quick aim that you have available. And even though you couldn't hit on a regular shot, because that, you know, that's a tough distance, let's face it. I would prefer that someone not get bit by acid Myrmidon. Actually, I don't think you can throw that far, or you don't have enough action, so it would have to be a quick aim. That's our only other option, to try and help ourselves out any little way that we can. It's not, this is called Hail Mary. Oh, it looked like our first shot. Oh well. Yeah, we did it again. Now, admittedly, those were not the easiest shots that I was trying to give you. Now, can I reach? Do you have a quarterback? Yeah, I think better to have you be a quarterback right now and try to do this than to try and shoot. We've seen how the shooting goes at this range, although you have a more accurate weapon. And well, Loki, let's just do it again. I don't have to get bit. I don't want to get bit. There we go. Now, no Myrmidon, at least no known Myrmidon, can hurt us now. There we go. There's that. And we got one more wave to come and worry about. And we can get Sectoid easily down here to get that thing clicked if it's a bad wave coming up. So we are at the point where, you know, I might as well just... It's a regular Myrmidon. Oh, he's going to bleed out. Let's do this instead then. Let's just do a random Overwatch down here just in case something manages to squeak its way through there and you get lucky enough to hit it. The Myrmidons are freaking out and running away. So we got worms now. I'd much rather prefer to deal with a worm at this moment. And the last wave is not the magical dangerous wave. It is Umbers or Tritons, which I still can handle now. We can take them out. So we shall. Except we probably won't be able to take out all the worms at this point. Well, I can come down here and still shoot a rocket and not jet jump and use my will just in case we need will at this point. These are, let's see, that's a fire worm. Yeah, so if I come down here, this is an acid worm. None of those will outright kill you. Even if this fire worm's able to run down and explode, you can jump out of fire and not be too badly hurt. A lot of worms. Let's kind of look around the room and see where they all are. We see this one. There's two. There's two up by Machine Hater. Machine Hater can mind control a worm. I'm just kind of going through them right now to make sure there's no hidden worms that are going to surprise me, and it doesn't appear to be a hidden worm, at least that we see, that will surprise me. There's another one downstairs here that we don't see. So that's the only indication I have beyond that. So Sectoid, you're the one. You're a heavy, as I say, for a reason. You can survive a worm or two and help us against a bigger threat right now, and that is the Tritons and or Umbras. So let's come down here. You saw another worm. I don't know where, but you saw one. Oh, right in front of my eyes.
Watch out! I'm moving in.
I was gonna say, oh, if we're lucky. Now that's an acid worm, so it does burn the worm. We found another worm as a result. There really is a lot of worms. There really is a lot of worms, and we need to start killing some worms. Which ones do you see? And these are not great chances to kill worms. You're only going to help us with one of them, potentially. That's one less. And then we have you up here. Yeah, you up here by Aklonic should be able to take care of a couple worms that are up high, allowing others to jump down should we need it. So let's do that.
Ready to engage. Ready to engage.
Well, let's let them puff up. It is a lot easier when they puff up and you time your shot. Okay, the worms up high are done. We'll try to help Machine Hater just in case we get lucky over here. And we did.
Kill.
Oh, baby. Oh, man, that was good. Because that means Machine Hater can come over here and just go bash bash on these. Or let's do this. I don't know what gets you the best experience. We obviously can easily mind control one. You know, since that's what you do, do what you do. And then let's take our worm and come down here. Now, what kind of worm did we mind control? Fire worm. And what kind of worm is this? An acid worm? Guess what? If a fire worm were to explode right here, it would hurt a little bit, wouldn't it? On an acid worm? Now, sectoid, we have rockets. That's really your only defense, and it seems an overkill bit of a defensive maneuver to use one against a worm. And see, this guy's already hurting. He probably cannot crawl through that much fire and survive. So we got to worry about these two over here, and we got 3 over here. So let's get a sense of how many we could kill, or can we kill multiples with a rocket. If I brought my rocket here, it should take care of 2 worms. And I could bring a rocket here and not guarantee. So the only way I can kill multiple worms for sure with you, sectoid, is right here. That leaves a couple worms that might be able to get to you. Okay, that other worm should be a goner also. Machine Hater. Too bad you can't mind control again, since worms are cheap. And I think I'm going to take a chance to bring you to the edge, just to see if you can get lucky with a shot. Now, wait, I can also maybe do this. It would mean, let's see, what can you see? You can see that worm at a distance. Your other option is trying to throw a grenade and moving forward a tiny bit. I'm going to bring you... Yeah, you'd have to throw a grenade from there. I don't know. You don't have quarterbacks, so I don't know how far you could reach. I'm going to bring you here to clear some mist and potentially kill a worm there. Okay, I think that was a better option than the other one we had. Kenneth, I'm going to... I think I may bring you over here to bash a worm. And we did not get a shot from the sniper, so I think the sniper will not be a threat to us.
Moving fast.
Oh, that was a Myrmidon, but he's panicked. Oh, that was... this might be a Myrmidon too that jumped down. I don't even know. How can you not see this guy in the mid?
Right there.
You can't bash something you can't see either. Oh, my lord. That could be a Myrmidon that just died, although I should be able to move into that space if that was the case. So that was kind of silly. Well, I have others that can still help us out. I can come here. Now, maybe you can shoot the guy. Yeah, I was hoping maybe you can shoot this worm. That was a big help. You also have a grenade now. And we're starting to make our friend over here, Sectoid, feel a little safer. And Floki. This thing's gonna die soon. Not right away, so he won't explode. This one, I think it's a non-venomous one, but I gotta jump somebody down to try and get eyes on and see what we're dealing with here. Okay, it is a worm. Okay.
I'm ready.
So, Kenneth, now you can bash it. And you're done. Now, do I have any other worms? This one's gonna die. This one may not. So what we're gonna do is move you a little bit farther over that way, Floki, so you can overwatch against an advancing worm. And you see that worm, which should die, and we see that guy, which is panicked and eventually will die. And so we're gonna overwatch, like I said, against this worm, so it can't reach Sectoid. And we have you. And I can't think of any other worms that we have unaccounted for. So you're just going to do a straight basic overwatch through the opening. Oh, there's a free worm that got away. Sounds like he might have died from the fire. Something else there is trying to escape. A mine fragger just died. Okay, we have a shrieking individual over there. We still have a siren on the map. Fortunately, the siren's in the fire. And we have a shooter, so we got lucky on that one also. So I think in this instance, now Machine Hater, you still have Will. Fortunately, you had probably the most of just about anybody. I think against the Siren, it's smarter for us to pull you back, especially one that's going to scream like that. So we're going to pull you back, and then we need a hefty amount of Overwatch out here is what we're going to need. We can do a free reload on our rocket. And they're going to be able to come through without any burning at this point. So what I'm going to do is jump you back up. So we can shoot rockets, but I can't jet jump up above. Oh well. So we'll get ourselves in position. Forget the jet jump. All I got to do is move forward and find some cover, although we blew away all this cover blowing up the worms. So I'm going to bring you right here. And see if we can... Yeah, that's a waste of a rocket. I got to wait for him to get in the room. Got to wait for him to get in the room. And this worm is an acid worm that can't reach us. So I'm kind of leaning towards let's get back upstairs to just cover the opening as they start coming through for us. And I could bring you this far, but it's no guarantee that we can overwatch out there. So we're just going to get ourselves back in position over here and play it that way, even if we can't overwatch. Maltese, stay put. Kenneth, I think it might be time to try and get you upstairs, my friend. You've done quite a bit for us, to be honest. I think at this point it's safer upstairs, out of the mist, and we'll hang out. Biaklonic, we're going to bring you here for Overwatch.
Moving out.
Maybe a pot shot at a worm. Yeah, the rest is going to end up going towards Overwatch. I fear more that could come through that opening than I do. And in fact, since you're the main thing you would probably do, let's just equip you with this and let's hunker you down. And Tom, we need a reload. We have a reload.
Switching ammo.
And we also overwatch with you down here. Floki, you're back up. We can't quite overwatch with you. So let's get a grenade ready. How about that? In fact, Maltese, let's have him move something for you. So you have 2 grenades ready. Coming up. And Floki, you're done. In fact, Floki, you're not done. You're going to be too far to be able to use that weapon. We can switch it back if somehow that siren races in and gets close enough for us to use it. And you'll have 2 grenades to chuck from the balcony also. Stay put. Maltese, you have 2 grenades to chuck from the balcony. You have apparently... Okay, you have 2 more shots. So we'll overwatch with you also. And this thing can't see anything coming through. So the watcher just sits there and hopes it doesn't die also. There's a shooter out there, so it might. And I'm waiting to see... Oof. It missed. I would love that siren to stop where it would have stood next to that unknown blip, so we would have had... No. It still will have the ability to psychically scream now, won't it? We will not be able to. The siren is the big wild card running loose down there. I have a couple rockets available.
Here goes.
One of which is going to go right here. So we can see what we can see. And it was a Triton Hitman. And this, oh, so this is the old sniper. He can spawn mist. It doesn't look like his torso to disappear is available anymore. So he's no more threat other than spawning mist, unless he has a pistol. That's the one part I didn't look at. He doesn't seem to have a pistol. So, you know, go mist away. We'll have to kill you at some point. You're bleeding 40 though, so in 2 turns, even if you burp out a bunch of mist, you're going to die. So our last big threat is the siren. And the siren can scream and make us panic if it so desires. Let's go see if it is also a mind controller. It's the Hellion, so it can mind control and cause us some potential problems. So, we have to be somewhat out of sight, is what I'm feeling. And I'm going to reload my rocket and move you back out of sight a little bit. Say here, so you can't get mind controlled and be invisible to that siren. Then as far as up high, you can survive a shriek. If anybody cannot survive a shriek like Kenneth, I'm thinking we just recover this turn. And try to gain some will. So maybe if she shrieks, we don't panic. That's what I'm hoping for. Because there's nothing else that really has the ability to hurt us around here. And if I'm not going to know where or how to overwatch against this thing, let's just recover. We're up high. It's going to be tough for her to get up high. Machine Hater, you can survive a scream. I'd rather move you back, say, here, so she can't climb up the ladder. And play it that way. And then Tom, why don't we have Maltese come over here and block a ladder just so this lady can't climb a real... Okay, there's a ladder here she could get up. That's a little bit of a problem. Although I don't know that she could get up that ladder and do a lot and run away also, but I'm still going to bring you Malta. No, this is too far away. She won't be able to climb it. So I don't know that my Overwatch is here. You know what I'm more worried about? Overwatch isn't going to kill her. I'm thinking we got to pull back and make sure we break lines of sight. Let her scream.
Repositioning.
I'd rather get panicked than mind controlled at this point, is the way I'm thinking. No, Biaclonic, you're a little near the edge, so you are prone to be hit. Maltese, we'll get you nearby here. Okay, and finally, let's get you out of line of sight also. Loki, potentially.
Moving up.
So she can't mind control. We're kind of doing defensive positioning. We'll see if it works against mind control.
I'll try to stop them.
Maybe she comes up those back stairs after all. We'll do this just in case. And AT, you're done. Cross your fingers. That thing's burning. That thing's running away. Not spreading mist. He dies next turn. So she screamed. And one of us oh no! Okay, well at least one of us panicked. And it was Machine Hater who I felt would be able to stand up to it. How about that? So she apparently... Oh man, what are we gonna do? That exploded and died.
Receiving loud and clear.
Because I've got to stay out of sight. And we've lost sight of her. We have lost sight of her. And you know, we have a compadre down below.
Can't wait.
That she could come running out here to mind control. I'm not worried about this now, hopefully with the fire. Oh, burning 0. I'm a little nervous about what to do. We could have more people panic if she just stands there. Let's just do this to make sure the worm doesn't... It's only acid. It's not... Well, I don't want it to hurt anybody. I'm going to keep everybody up here. We're going to recover. And, oh, we've already recovered here. So, I guess I'll back you up also, Biaclonic. Of course, we don't know where she could go. I don't even know if we have a line of sight to hit anybody down there. We're just going to have to hope we're all in the neighborhood. If she comes out here to mind control Machine Hater, we can all be close enough to jump down and go bang, bang, bang and try to help. We can hope. We can pray.
What's needed?
We're going to recover here. We're going to stay put there. I'm not sure what to do on an unseen mind controller that we have out there. We'll just stay here and recover. We're done. We will recover. And we're done. Okay. Cross your fingers. That lowers the siren's will. And where the frick is she? That's more freaky than anything, I'm telling you. Machine Hater, you can at least move now. So we can get Machine Hater up above with us. Biaclonic, move out of the way of the stairs. Machine Hater, come back upstairs. This is just lengthening the mission, not knowing where she is, playing hide and seek. She's got to make herself seen at some point. We've survived enough turns. We just got to get rid of one single siren who can mind control us.
Here. Let's go.
That's what she has the ability to do. I'm going to bring you one more over here. So she has to come all the way forward if she wants to reach us. Now, do I hear any blip of her moving around in the back or anything? Because I'm a little now all of a sudden. Is she managing to sneak around and sneak up on Sectoid now?
Ready.
You know, that is a little bit of a concern.
Let's go.
Let's get you off the ground floor also. Somehow I feel like up here where there's not much mist, we're more likely to hear her approach if we're upstairs. Okay. Either that or we all advance in a bunch, in a group. But then we got to worry about her slashing arm, which could kill somebody. So in case she comes up some stairs, tries that kind of shenanigans, we're just going to, you know, do this kind of a thing and try and protect ourselves as best we can.
On Overwatch. Let them come.
Holding position.
And who do we got left? I think that's everybody. And the turret will just have to wait itself. Make yourself seen, little... Yeah, two of us panicked.
Sure.
This is going to be a game she can play all day. And we have someone in danger down below. That's the bad news. It's now our time to have everybody jump down and overwatch in case she makes... Because she could now mind control, potentially. Because she's in the mist gaining all the will she needs. So this is what we're going to do. If we have a turn after this where we can, we're all going to run to this side of the chamber and try to draw her into us. Because staying too close to her, she's got the advantage. She will win. She will always be able to get us. So we're going to start doing some things to move that way. I'm afraid to jump. Oh, I think we're going to get mind controlled and we're going to be in trouble. We need to recover our will again for those of us who can. I'm going to make you semi-visible, Sectoid, to see if we can draw her out towards us. Tom, you have max will.
Feeling better already. Just a moment.
Okay, it looks like that's pretty much it. Okay, there she is. And there's what I feared. But we know where she is now. So, the question is, can I get enough firepower down there to take her out? The good news is, are you back, Floki? Yes. You are back with enough will for your weapon. And this is one where the cost of a Redemptor could be worth it. So I have to go all out jumping down. This is what I guess this was a good thing to have happen. Maltese, let's have you do it first. She was down here somewhere. In fact, right there is where the blip was. So I cannot get you down there and with enough distance. So let's get you here.
Let's make this happen.
Now the problem is we have to worry about return fire from you-know-who. So I'm wondering. Let's step you out of the way, Maltese. Let's get this. And let's do a bad shot. See if we can draw the return fire. It's going to cost us a turret. Oh, Do we have to hit Kenneth to get him to return fire? Let's try the gun. Okay, I'm not seeing return fire being a thing now. So therefore we should be safe from return fire. Will I do my most damage with the pistol? And I'm thinking we try here once again to start removing armor. No! Why? I did that on purpose. Why did you not get return fired on the turret? Okay. The game has just pissed me off. The game just pissed me off. Now we come down. We don't have to worry about return fire anymore. Bioklonic will bring you right here for 3 shots.
Moving out.
Sectoid. We bring you down here. Except your shot would hit somebody, so that's not going to work.
I'm ready.
I can bring Tom down here. He cannot quick aim, but we can get a shot. In fact, I can even get closer and make sure a shotgun shoots her in the tail.
Right there. Preparing to fire.
And we didn't have to use our special weapon. So that really should be it, because there should only be probably creepy things left. I'm surprised the mission is not ending this moment, this second. We'll see when we get to our next turn what happens. Maltese, oh man. So all the creepy crawlers should be gone. There's no big live enemies left. Why is this mission not ending? We still apparently have... Oh, there's a guy back here still alive who's waiting to bleed out. Can we run somebody back there to get out of this ugly, messy mission that has me currently pissed off?
Let's rock.
Repositioning, prioritizing speed.
Oh, so this is a live he can hurt me enemy that was just sitting back there against the back wall. So now that he knows where we are, let's pull back
Moving to coordinates.
and take positions. And wait for him. Okay, he has a weapon. He is dangerous. And we're going to wait for him to come a little closer. In fact, I'm going to step you back here. I'm going to keep you there crunched down. I'm going to bring some more of us into positions to overwatch. We may get shot at, but we're crouching behind a wall. Kenneth. You have all your will.
Need a moment.
And this is where we are going to let them have it. Might get return fire. But we got lucky that time. We're going to have return fire. Now, he didn't prompt return fire last time. Watch him re-prompt it now and really make me mad. No, he killed him. Alrighty then. We got to level up with a Bioclonic and Maltese. We're going to have to find a way to make that up to you. Our brief experiment with a Merc was very, very brief, and I call foul on this one because we did what we should have been able to do. So I may find a way to bring Maltese back at a future time because that sucked. Alright, so we recovered a gun. Woo! Is that all they dropped? Oh my lord. And we can't even afford our replacements. So all of a sudden we're in a resource crunch. This time it is with materials. Easily made up again, but I'm going to stop. I know that was agonizingly a long mission. We got two very air battle and haven defense immediately ahead of us for next time. And yeah, I'm going to share that little clip of me trying to set off return fire and failing and then having somebody else set it off and die. Oh, that pissed me off. Okay, enough of my ranting and raving. Hope you enjoyed the mission. Hope you got a good idea of what, at least on Legend, the base defense has to offer. And this is ZigZagZog signing off from somewhere in this world. Thanks so much for watching, and I do hope to see you next time.